Good morning. How are you guys doing? Today and this week we have exciting things happening because we are not doing any notes. Instead, we are just applying what we've learned about surface area. And that is very exciting to me because two things. One, we're going to be using a video. One, I get to see your faces. That's so exciting. I haven't seen your faces in a very long time. Two, and this is maybe the more important thing, is that I can actually see how you're learning, if you're learning, and if you can understand what's actually going on. So if you want to check out that rubric, you can see what's happening. Basically, my goal for you is that you can figure out the surface area of at least 4 different objects. And then you are going to be taking a video, similar to what I'm doing right now, recording yourself how to find them. So for example, let's say one of your objects would be a cylinder. One of your objects has to be a cylinder. I would find a cylinder in my house. I have this beautiful cylinder. As you can see, I have worked through this pretty massive candle. I love candles. So here's my big cylinder that I found, okay? My goal would be to find the surface area of this cylinder. Now, this is a real live object. It does not have its measurements on it, so you're gonna have to get creative. How can you find the surface area of something like this? And this is where you gotta use some good household objects. I found my nice pink tape measure, so you could use a tape measure if you wanted. Oops. Okay, you also probably have a ruler. That would work. There are also special apps on your phone. Whatever you use, you're going to have to show me how you do it. So, for example, this would work well for a height, right? That might work well for height. But is it going to work well for a circumference? I don't know. Is it going to work well for a radius? I don't know. You're going to have to prove to me that you can actually find the radius of this thing. I don't want you to just look at this and be like, oh, I bet this is 7 inches tall. That's how I'm going to tell. No, you got to figure out a way to measure it, okay? So figure out a way to measure it. Get creative. If you got to use something like a cord, right? Maybe you got to use a cord around it to find your measurements, and then you measure the cord. I don't know what it is, but get creative, okay? Now, once you find your measurements, you're going to have to show me that you can actually use the correct formulas. Now, I picked a cylinder because Miss G messed up the surface area of a cylinder, that formula. I specifically messed up the lateral area of a cylinder. So you're going to have to show me your work. Now, there's a couple different ways you can do this. I am okay if you get all fancy on me and you decide how I'm going to do it right now, which is I'm going to pop up what the surface area is. Ding. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and type in what my coordinates are and solve it so that I could see what you're doing. Now, I don't care if you leave this this surface area in exact form. So if you want to leave it as pi, if you want to round pi as 3.14, some of you are rounding it as 3. Always keep pi as 3.14. I'm okay with either way. So you just choose what's best for you. Make sure you remember your units, right? And then show me your work. So whether you put it up nicely, you do a nice little edit in whatever editing software you like to use, or if you want to just hold up a standard piece of paper. So let's say I just had a nice piece of paper. Now the thing about this is that it would have to be clear. So this is kind of grainy, right? I don't have anything written on it, but I could see how it could become grainy. So just remember, this is your test for me. So make it as clear as possible. I think that's about it. You have another little piece on your rubric, which is proving to me that you are taking in some of those skills that are important to be as a mathematician. So whether it's organization or creative thinking or problem solving, and you got to tell me that. So you got to say, hey, right now I'm using some creative thinking or some problem solving because this is how I'm measuring my nice looking object. Or maybe, hey, this is where I'm showing critical thinking because I'm thinking about the object in some way. So those are my helpful hints. I hope this video kind of explains what's going on a little bit more. There are 2 Zoom meetings this week for you to ask questions, so feel free to hop on. I've had people just come and hang out the whole hour. So if you're feeling bored, if you just need a little bit more math in your life, right? You want to just come hang out, I would love that. So don't forget to post on the discussion board today what objects you're going to use. So look around your house, what can you find? And I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Bye.